Hi, it's Leo from Made by Marley and welcome to Wonder Week. What does that mean? It means the new autumn and winter releases out, and I'm not going to do too much talking. I'm just going to jump into it. So I have a mix of Christmas and Halloween together at the beginning. So there's 7 festive and spooky, sparkle and spooky papers, and then I'll just get onto the ordinary papers, which will take you into the new year. So this one here is called Nostalgic Noel. It's got a lovely snowman, a handsome Santa. I love me that handsome Santa, and another handsome Santa. So all week I will be doing projects. Obviously I've got too much to do a project every night, but I'll be doing projects throughout the week, and there is something with Nostalgic Noel. Although this isn't on a video, I have made a project with this. This is called the Halloween Good Boys, and it has the lovely Eddie, my dog Eddie, my dog Terry, and my cat Maurice. And this is all vintage, sort of really kind of kitschy kind of Halloween. I have Christmas kitsch. So it has these sort of vintage image, these sort of old-fashioned vintage images, which I've kind of really distressed up. It has all these kitsch little characters, that sort of 60s, 70s kitsch. And there's a couple of little things I make with this paper during the week. And it has this one here. Fussy cut things as a focal is really important at Christmas. So you need them smaller, but you know, something you can cut out and put in and work it out around. So I thought about that when I did these. This one here is called Angel Delights. So I have this beautiful image here. I have 2 angels, and I'll turn it around so you can see this one as well. You can see it better up there, really, to be honest with you. And this will look good up on the wall. This gorgeous, nostalgic, sort of really kind of oldie worldy Santa, which is just lovely. You see all the hand painting in it, so I'm looking forward to doing something with that one. This one here is called Spooktacular. I've got this hottie here, total vamp with her wings and some flames. I added flames, and I have these little vintage looking boys or girls maybe dressed up as with the pumpkins on their heads. And last but not least, we always need a skeleton at Halloween. So I've got this one here. I tried to soften them up with some florals. So, but this can be used all year round if you're kind of into the sort of dark, sort of kind of academia stuff. This beauty here is called Winter Wings, and it's got this little fairy here. I put it bracken and branches and distress and sort of orbs on it, give it that sort of crisp white Christmassy feeling. This fairy here, you can see her better up in the detail up there. And this absolute beauty on here. And now I have made something, and this will be out this week with what I made with this. Okay, my absolute favourite, and Martin will vouch for, I am obsessed with nutcrackers at Christmas. So I have done a big form nutcracker, and I have made him a whole load of matching friends, all different, that you can fussy cut out and put on your Christmas projects. I can't wait to use this. I haven't used it yet, but it will be a video this week with these lovely boys on it, because I just love it. Yeah, so that's the nutcracker. Right, okay, so now we're moving on to sort of all season stuff. So this set here is called Absolute Autumn, and it has oak leaves, flowers, berries, kind of dark background, good for blending around, really nice colours for this season. And it has 1 sheet with little robins on it, which I thought was quite cute. Yeah. This one here is called Peace and Love, and it has, this is very typically me, it has a gorgeous Buddha going this way, a gorgeous Buddha going that way, yeah, so that we've got them for cupboard fronts. And I thought this one could be used for drawer fronts, or just to blend the two out, or cut in half and frame out your design before you blend into your transitions. So Peace and Love. And this little beauty here is called Rose Swatch. If I can get it out now, it's 3 of the same of this design, because I think when it's overtly patterned, you normally need 3 to complete a piece of furniture. So I just love the colours in this. It's very bohemian. So this one, obviously this one, and this one. So Rose Swatch. This one here, this lovely beauty, is called Woodland Sprites. And it has a woodland sprite this way, this beautiful winged duck egg blue, sort of greeny blue winged sprite that way, and this really sort of heavily jeweled majestic sprite this way, with lots of leaves and flowers and greens and colours of the season. Even though it's not Christmassy, you know, it still, I think that you kind of veer towards maybe probably darker colours. What have we here? This one here is called Very Berry, and I love this one. It's just so rich and yummy. Lots of berries, lots of greenery, lots of distress, lots of everything, and it's really nice. It's very maximalist. It's got this sheet, and this sheet, and they're all the same. So that's a little bit of fun for your projects. I can't wait to use this one. This one here is called Pattern Pop, and as I said, when it's a full-on pattern, I like to have 3 sheets for this. This is really nice. This one, and it's obviously I've got its 3rd sheet there, but you can see all the details of it up in the big screen there. It's really nice. Yeah. Last but not least is called Winter White. Now this is a William Morris print, but although it's kind of got the greens and a sort of red tone in it, which I think is kind of veering towards a festiveness, it's not a Christmas print. It's an all year round print. It's very fresh. It's 3 of the same, and I can imagine that with a nice green, or a sort of, maybe if you're an iSloan user, a sort of paprika. But yeah, that one there is called Winter White. Okay, next, what do we have to show you? Well, we have released, Martin and I have done so much sampling, so much testing to get the gold that we wanted, and we are bringing out Lels Lusters, and this is called Goldi-Luxe. Okay, now what are the benefits of a metallic pigment? What are they? Well, for example, there's a halfway house between gold leaf, because they have the actual pigments in them, which makes them bright and quite, you know, like more impact. So there's that. They're easier to pack. They're easier to post to you. You mix up whatever you want with them. They are made to really shine, because they've got the gold in them, and I like them because you can take them and you can add them into your top coat to make a paint, but you can also put your finger in your wax, dip it into here and wax it. You can put it into varnish, you can put it into resin, you can just, so Lels Lusters, you can put it in anything. You can put it in your paint if you wanted to. And the thing is about this, which is better than water paint in a tub, is you can only mix in what you need, and a lot of this little pot goes a long way, so it's better value. So I've kind of been moving towards this for a long time, but we've managed to get just the right gold, and Martin and I did, didn't we, Martin? We looked at an awful lot of golds.
Hundreds.
But this is a good mix. It's not too yellowy, it's not too dark, it's not too bronzy. It doesn't look cheap when you apply it. So yeah, it's a win-win for the gold. So Lels Lusters is out today as well. Now, what next? This just gets even more exciting. I'm going to show you some new stencils. This one here is called Lore, and it has, I'll just show you. Martin, will you be able to show them up here? So I have this one here. This half mandala, so all you do is turn it round and it'll make you a full mandala here. So I don't actually have a large mandala. And this one here, now it's actually, this shape here, it's just large. So the whole set together, because this one's bigger than this one, all make make a whole full set. And this border here works incredibly well with the mandala. So this one here is called Lower. Yeah. Now, this one here is called Flock. And this is for chinoiserie lovers. I've always wanted some birds. So I didn't want kind of fancy birds or birds of paradise, or I wasn't sure. So I went with traditional birds. So I'm going to get Martin just to show you on the big screen. I have this little birdie, well, these two little birdies. Remember, you as well, you can turn them around and everything with a stencil or just take parts of it. I have this little birdie, or these little birdies. Yeah. And I have these little birdies. So what could you do with these? Well, it's coming, but one of our stamps would look really good with a sort of chinoiserie and with the birds in amongst that. Just coming up to the season, you can swap this out and make them robins if you want it to be. But I'm also thinking of blue tits, I'm thinking of bullfinches, I'm thinking of the hot pinks, I'm thinking of the blues, and I'm thinking a lot of greenery and sort of just hand painted details. I've wanted birds for a while, so now I have some birds, and this one here is called Flock. Okay. Now, Halloween wouldn't be Halloween without some spooky pumpkins, and these are quite bizarre. I have this pumpkin here, which is kind of like, I would imagine, Cinderella's pumpkin. You actually do have a pumpkin called Cinderella. Do you remember that, Martin, when I got a Cinderella pumpkin one year at the pumpkin patch? Cinderella. I'm just making them up now. This one's a twirly one. These would be really good to put on Made by Marley decoupage paper in a darker colour with the pattern of Made by Marley underneath it. And I am going to do something like that just to show you how to do it, but it might not be in this release. A big form pumpkin, which means you can put words and things in here. So whatever I've got in big, I've done in small as well for the small people who are making smalls. This is my favourite. Who doesn't want a leopard print pumpkin? I mean, come on, it's just so kitschy and awesome. This one here. And this one here. Now, there is 6 of these, isn't there, Marty? There's 6 of the set of Spooky. And that is called Spooky. Yeah? Spooky. And now we're going to have this one here. It's called Sparkle. See what we did there? This one here's got 5 in the set. And starting off is I've got a big format Merry Christmas, because you need a Merry Christmas for your projects. And I like this one kind of vintagey sort of retro. I've got this one here, which has got the elf and the bells. These are quite simplified, but I thought you could actually do what you want with them and jazz them up. These ones would be really good for raised stencils, which all you need to do is get some bentonite clay, a tiny little bit of Liquitex, and add our gold, and you can make raised stencils with our pigment powders as well. So, you know, stenciling. This one here, I am going to do something with this before the release, but it probably won't be a video. I'm going to do like a Warhol sort of Santa, like an Andy Warhol, and have all the Santas in different bright colours. I really fancy doing something like this. This one, I really like this one. There's another Santa, more vintage, more I think for crate design or putting on trees, Christmas tree. Last but not least, I've got the pine cone with the holly. Now you can use the holly separately or the pine cone, or you can do a whole thing with the pine cone, then add. That's the great thing about stencils. They're incredibly versatile. They really are. And I've got a very small form, Merry Christmas at the bottom, just so that if you're doing something smaller and you want a smaller Merry Christmas, you can use that one. So that one there is called Sparkle. I'll just move this out of the way because there's so much to get through this release. I feel like I should have a drum roll. This is one of our first sets of stamps, and it is called Fable. It has sort of folk art sort of shapes. It has circles. It's got small tiles that if you want to do like a sort of kind of Moroccan, a sort of folk art, it's got all of that in there. If you're looking for borders, it has this border, this border, this border, and these accents, these flower accents inspired by sort of henna tattoos. So this one here, this lovely beauty, is called Fable. I don't think I'm going to bother putting that back in there. So that's Fable. This one here is called Bloom. And I always wanted my own stamps, but I wanted paintable stamps. I wanted to be able to paint them, because sometimes when you get stamps, there's so much shadowing in them that when you do stamp it, you lose most of the colour that you've painted underneath. So I made these nice and big so we can paint them. So I have this one here. Now these all link together and make a pattern, and if Martin can just skim down here, is the video that's coming up next after this. I'll be showing you how I used these, and I also used the borders from Fable as well to make this chest. So I've got this one and I've got this one, and they link together, and the video after this will show you exactly how to do it. And last but not least, this one is called Karma. I think this is the oozy one. Ooh. Karma. It has a peacock and a large border. And this border would be awesome for drawer fronts with some, maybe those little tiles at either side. I mean, I haven't had a real chance. I've done a lot, but not enough to play with them. So expect more videos in the future. And I've got this one going the opposite way, because I think if you want a stamp, you can't have everything going the same way. So by having two, both go in the opposite way, or you could have them that way if you wanted. But on this one here, it has hearts, leaves, flowers, again, which can be mixed with the other hearts and leaves and flowers. And you can make a pattern out of those in their own right. So this one here is called Karma. So that brings Marty and I to the end of the release. Everything is available now on our website. If the tariffs will be added on to your shipping costs. If you have liked this video, give it a like, give it a share, but please don't forget to share it out to people, because that's how things grow. You can find us on any of our social media platforms. I will be posting on socials all week on Instagram, Pinterest and Facebook. And remember, we have our Made by Marley decoupage group, which if you need to press that you're going to be kind to people, because lots of people apply, but I reject them, because I need to keep the space a very safe and happy space where people can share. So I'm quite particular. But if you want to join Made by Marley group, you don't need to tick all the other boxes. I don't even care if you use Made by Marley paper, but I do want that, and that is important. So if you have tried to join before and it was declined, come back and think about it. Tick that middle box. And that means that you can join the group. And it's a really good group where everybody shares their work and things. And I will be running a Christmas competition in the Made by Marley group in about the next week. So that's another reason to sort of get on board. So I've told you about the socials. I've told you about sharing this video. I have told you that everything is available. Martin, have I missed anything?
No.
No, I must be getting better at this.
Stay where you are, because up next.
Yeah, just when this video finishes, the next video, and it'll be this lovely chest that's coming up. And don't forget, all week at 6 o'clock, which is GMT here in the UK. So you'll have to check your time zones, but at 6 o'clock GMT every evening, I will be putting out a little bit of content, whether it's just a little craft video or something a little bit bigger. So get sick of me this week. And I hope you enjoy Made by Marley Wonder Week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.